Welcome to Monday afternoon. The big day, the big moment is here. Look at how wonderful it feels out there. Quite cool in Port Huron with 59, 72 here at Metro Airport. No rain so far. Does it stay that way? Your Ford fireworks forecast on the way.
Well, we've been following this little girl for years. She was mauled, or her face rather, was mauled by a raccoon. Today, as a teenager, she gets her full face, and we take you there.
The U.S. Supreme Court handing President Trump a partial victory in the battle over his controversial travel ban. And outrage over what an airline did after this man paid for 3 seats to accommodate his size.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for this very special Monday. I'm Karen Drew. All eyes will be on the Detroit River tonight for the biggest party of the summer. Of course, we're talking about the Ford fireworks. Take a look right now. We are just about 4 hours away. Live coverage begins at 8 o'clock right here on Local 4. And Andrew, a lot of people crossing their fingers for clear skies tonight. How's it going to shape up?
Yeah, T-minus about 4 hours, Karen. So far, things are shaping up very nicely. What's quite cool out there for a June afternoon, 72 degrees right now. Average high this time of year is around 82. Wind still out there on the breezy side, anywhere from 5 to 15, 18 miles per hour. It remains breezy as we go through the evening. Now, there's a slight chance of a shower between now and about 6 p.m., but guess what? I think we'll have dry conditions by the time the fireworks roll around. Remember, they start right before 10 p.m. at 9:55. We're looking at 66 mild to cool degrees at 8 p.m. Cooler, grab a jacket. If you're heading out, coming downtown, or wherever you're going this evening, you'll need a jacket or windbreaker. It cools off by the time the fireworks start with 62 degrees by 10 p.m. Are there any showers out there now? Yes, there are, but they're all minor. Got this group of light showers right here moving across Washtenaw County. I think they'll make it here into Wayne County and downtown Detroit within the next couple of hours. But again, they're out of here by the time the fireworks start. So far things are a go weather-wise. What about the rest of tonight, tomorrow, the rest of the week? More on that part of your forecast is straight ahead.
All right, Detroit right now is the theme of this year's Ford Fireworks, an event that is now in its 59th year. And some of the people coming downtown have put a lot of planning in so they can claim the best spots for viewing. Our Jamie Edmonds met some of those early birds today, and she is over on Belle Isle right now. And what does the crowd look like, Jamie?
Karen, we'll call those people the first settlers. Cars weren't allowed on the island until this afternoon, so instead of waiting, they walked across the bridge. That's how you know they really love fireworks. The Ford fireworks blast off just after the sun sets, but these few faithful begin camping out sometime around sun up. Are you the first one on Belle Isle today?
No, not quite.
What time did you get here?
12 o'clock.
You know the fireworks are like 11 hours from now.
Right, yeah, well, the kids come out here and enjoy themselves all day long. They have a lot of fun. We were out here last year.
Since cars aren't allowed on the island until 2 p.m., the plan for these folks was simple. Unpack the car across the river, then walk across the bridge, then take your pick of great vantage points.
We just wanted to get a good spot because usually when we come out here, it's always packed.
This family gets an award. They were the very first ones here. We know this because other campers confirmed it.
We was packed and had everything ready to go as we got here about 7:30. We got our chairs and my husband has all his fishing gear, and this is our layout for the food.
So what do you do for all that time before it gets dark? Well, you enjoy some rest and relaxation with your family. Why is it worth it to you to sit down here for 10 hours?
Because I love fireworks and taking pictures of good, beautiful things.
Yes, and plenty of pictures to take. It's a beautiful day. Since cars have been allowed on the island, you could see it's filled in quite considerably. You'll see a lot of tents. The smell of food is just amazing. Coming up at 5 o'clock, we're going to talk about what makes the perfect campsite. And I'm telling you, people have been doing this for years and years, and there's still room, there's still time. They're capping cars at 3,000. Karen, back to you.
Well, they sure do come prepared, that's for sure. All right, thank you, Jamie. And here's a look at what's ahead tonight. At 6 o'clock, several freeways will shut down to incoming downtown traffic. We have posted a full list on clickondetroit.com. Also at 6, a curfew begins for anyone under 18 in downtown Detroit. It runs until 8 a.m. Tuesday. At 8, Local 4's Alive coverage begins with an event you don't want to miss, the Detroit Duets Singing Showcase. 9:55 is when the Ford fireworks are scheduled to start lighting up the sky. We're also following breaking news from Flint, where Lieutenant Jeff Neville has been just released from the hospital. Lieutenant Neville was stabbed in the neck during an attack at Bishop International Airport in Flint on Wednesday morning. Today, he was released from the hospital, and as you can see, he is in good spirits. We're hopefully going to show you some new video or pictures from today. If not, that is an old photograph of Lieutenant Neville. Doctors say he'll continue recovering at home for the next 6 to 8 weeks before returning to normal activities. Federal judge here in downtown Detroit is considering whether or not to expand his ruling temporarily, blocking the deportation of scores of Iraqi nationals. More than 100 detainees were arrested here in Metro Detroit by federal agents. Judge Mark Goldsmith signed a 14-day freeze on their deportations last week. Today, he was asked to extend that order to detainees across the country. He has given no timetable for when he will make that decision. The Detroit man and mother charged in a crash that killed a 6-month-old boy last month are ordered to stand trial today. The crash happened on the city's west side. Police say DeAndre Cody's speeding car slammed into a minivan containing Latoya Powles and her 4 children. Cody and Powles are facing a list of charges, including involuntary manslaughter. Today, Cody waived his preliminary exam, while a judge found there's enough evidence against Powles. The U.S. Supreme Court today handed President Trump a partial victory in the battle over his travel ban, though the court didn't actually hand down a ruling. Steve Garagiola is in the newsroom working on this to tell us exactly what the court did and the impact it will have. Steve.
Well, there's definitely an impact, Karen. The background, of course, is that 2 lower federal courts blocked the president's travel ban. Today, the Supreme Court says it will hear arguments on the ban in October. But the court also adds today the administration may go forward with a limited version of the travel ban. So here's what will happen. The ban covers travel from 6 predominantly Muslim countries: Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. The court will allow exemptions for travelers with a credible claim of a bona fide relationship with someone in the United States. Now, many travelers will fall into that category. Still, the president issued a statement today saying the court's order is, quote, a clear victory for our national security. One of the lower court rulings said the travel ban was aimed primarily at Muslims, and that argument will certainly come up when the Supreme Court takes up the case in the fall. Now, the American Civil Liberties Union is ready to take up the fight. Hearing of the Supreme Court ruling today, the ACLU took to Twitter saying, we'll see him in court. And U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions also issued a statement today saying the Justice Department will argue the case on behalf of the president for what Sessions calls the president's constitutional duty to protect national security. So all of the key players have now checked in. The stage is set for a major showdown at the Supreme Court, but not until the fall. Karen, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Steve. First at 4, we are on top of stories making headlines all around the world this Monday afternoon. Let's begin in Massachusetts, where a 37-year-old man has been convicted of second-degree murder in the death of a 2-year-old girl. Michael McCarthy was charged in the 2015 killing of Bella Bona, who was famously known as Baby Doe after her body washed up on the shores of Boston Harbor Island. McCarthy was dating Bond's mother when the alleged killing happened. He now faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison with a chance for parole in 15 years. After months of fighting controversy about those exploding airbags, Japanese company Takata has filed for bankruptcy. Takata has been in the news over the past year after the company's faulty airbag inflators caused 11 deaths in the United States alone. With debts estimated at more than $9 billion, the company announced it's filing for bankruptcy. Key Safety Systems, a Chinese company based in Michigan, will pay $1.6 billion to take over Takata. Moving to New York, a pharmaceutical CEO accused of fraud appeared in court today for the start of his trial. 34-year-old Martin Shkreli is on trial for allegedly defrauding investors in his hedge funds of at least $11 million. Shkreli is well known for hiking the price of a life-saving AIDS drug back in 2015. He's charged with securities and wire fraud. If convicted, he could face up to 20 years in federal prison. Another overbooked flight and another controversial decision by an airline. Why a man who bought extra seats due to his size says he has been humiliated. Plus, how many people get hit by a train and live to tell about it. One man will also have to explain how he didn't see it coming. Paula.
Hi, Karen. We've been following this little girl for so long in her quest to get a new face when she was bitten as an infant by a raccoon. Today, age 15, she gets her new face, poof, and it's gone. We take you there.
Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
We are on board maybe one of the coolest RVs you'll ever see, filled with dental chairs, free dental work, exams, cleanings, x-rays, whatever you need here in the city of Detroit. We'll tell you where and how you can get help.
All right, Nick, we have been following her story for years. Today, a big milestone for Charlotte Ponce, the girl from West Michigan who was mauled by a raccoon as a baby. The very public reconstruction of Charlotte's face has brought hopes and prayers for an entire nation. Today, our Paula Tutman is there for what could be Charlotte's last surgical checkup with her Beaumont doctors. So we go to Paula to see exactly how that went, and she has been through so very much, Paula.
Karen, she really has, but because this story has gotten national attention, I think it's safe to say that really she's carried the hopes and prayers of an entire nation for her to get better. Well, today, she actually had a checkup from her last surgery. She got her brand new face, and I can tell you, she looks absolutely amazing. Today is a great day for Charlotte Ponce. She's nearing the end of a 15-year ordeal, living life and growing up in front of TV cameras as surgeons at Beaumont Hospital rebuild her face.
We can take stitches out today, okay, and looks good though.
Now she simply has to grow into her many surgeries and procedures.
This is a picture of Charlotte when she first came to us, and you can see that the missing lip, missing nose, and a missing ear.
Still shy and easily annoyed when people stare.
Sometimes I would just shout at people like, go away. Because even as a little kid, I didn't like to talk to people. I was really shy.
She's feisty and ready for the TV cameras and surgeons to go away, at least for now.
You can pierce your ear right here, actually, no problem.
She was 3 months old when her biological parents left her alone with a raccoon that attacked her. Her Aunt Sharon and Uncle Tim stepped in, adopted Charlotte and her brother, and have traveled from the west side of the state for regular surgeries. We've watched as physicians became artisans to rebuild a little girl's face, step by step, bit by bit, growing an ear, inside a flap of skin on her arm, getting a nose, crafting and grafting an upper lip.
So basically, we aspirate 20 cc of fat and then inject to her cheek.
But remember, there's a person behind those surgeries trying to emerge from trauma and celebrity and adolescence. She is juggling it all as well, if not better, than any typical teenager.
I've seen her blossom, since she's gotten her face.
Oh man, it's amazing, what they did to her face and stuff, seeing her before now, seeing her now, it's really good.
I like it.
Yeah, you know what? So what happens next? Her body has to do the rest. It has to really, really heal. But I know this. I know that we all wish her a happy, healthy life and a great teenagerhood. Karen?
Remarkable recovery. Thank you so much, Paula. Let's check in with Ben Bailey as we count down to tonight's Ford fireworks. And Ben, there is a reason for optimism that most folks will not need their umbrellas today.
No, and I'll tell you, you probably don't even need shorts down here. I never thought I'd live to see this day, but we're going to be almost 30 degrees cooler tonight than we saw last year for the Ford fireworks. And we're just hours away. The sun is out, blue skies with some of these white clouds, but really don't think those clouds are going to be threatening. A couple spots where we've been watching those showers that have been showing up on 4 Live radar, and we'll get to that in a second. Current temperatures, though, very unseasonable for this time in June. 69 right now, 67 down down in Howell. Some low 70s generally across the area, but look at the wind gust, especially what we saw at Metro Airport was gusting over 30 miles an hour last hour, still about 20 to 25 in most locations. We will see these winds subside as we get closer to sunset tonight. And as far as what's out there on 4 Live radar, we've been watching a couple spots, especially up north, across parts of Sanilac and St. Clair counties. You can see that shower and thunderstorm has now moved off into part of Lake Huron, and we also got some showers a little bit further south. Those are lighter and look like they're trying to dry out as they move to the east. So just south of Ann Arbor and Lenawee County right now, and there's what's left of that thunderstorm that rolled through Port Huron. A couple lightning strikes up there as well. So let's look at the rest of tonight in your forecast, and it is going to be dry. We'll see those showers dry out. Clouds start to move around a little bit, and we'll be mostly clear through the nighttime hours. Starting out with sunshine tomorrow, we'll call it partly cloudy during the day. Ever so slight chance of a shower in the second half, just like what we've seen for the last couple, but most of the day is going to be dry. Wednesday we start warming up, I should say. But look at these low temperatures tonight. Most locations are going to be down in the 50s and barely 51 in the city of Detroit. West Bloomfield, one of the spots that's in the upper 40s. South zone temperatures generally 40s for lows tonight, anywhere from 47 in Onstead to 49 in Milan. West zone lows almost all 40s here as we go from 47 in Manchester to 49 in Novi. Canton may be able to hold on to 50 degrees, and no surprise, it's going to be cool in our north zone. We'll see mid to upper 40s for high temperatures or low temperatures overnight tonight. And for Tuesday's numbers, not a whole lot different than what we saw today. 73, and again, just that chance of an isolated shower. There are warmer temperatures in the 7-day forecast going into the weekend, but they're coming with thunderstorm chances on Thursday and Friday. We'll be back to the 80s. In fact, we'll stay in the low 80s all the way through the start of next week. So Karen, the clouds are out, seeing a little bit of some white caps on the river, but it is a whole different feel than what we have seen in years past down here for the Ford fireworks. Back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Ben. We'll check back with you a little later. But first, at 4, more controversy over an airline's decision of what to do about an overbooked flight. Man says he was humiliated after paying a lot of money to travel.